Just give me 2 seconds, guys, while I just sort something out with the stream. There we go. How are we doing, guys? Welcome to Eldar Sim Racing. Just give me a second, I'll just make sure I'm heard. There we go. We are heard and we are loud and clear. How are we doing, guys? This is round number 1 of a new series. Well, it's not a new series. Where have we been for the last couple of months? That is right, we are now finally on Gran Turismo 7. But we are also now trying to introduce the British Touring Cars, or should I say the BTCC, for round 1 and 2 here at Interlagos, Brazil, for the opening round of the Chell Lawman British Touring Car Championship. And you might think, well, why is it in Brazil? Well, unfortunately, GT7 does not have the British Touring Car tracks, and it is the one and only Hoppers in the commentary box. How are we doing? Good evening, Malk. How are you, mate? Hope you guys can hear me on stream perfectly. I am going to just share the stream round, but just waiting for a few guys to enter the lobby so we can get a few cars out on track, and I'll go through the grid for precisely who's in what car. I will be naming it as the period, or should I say the actual manufactured car, instead of the car they will be racing, because obviously they don't have every single manufacturer. Obviously nor the FK8. I wish to race in like the FK8s, etc., but unfortunately they are not. So they're in there. Thank you, Monk. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm buzzing for tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be great to see exactly what's going to go on for rounds 1 and 2. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. You know, it's going to be thereabouts, but like I said, you know, they're going to be in different cars, so you may see a Mazda Atenza, you may see a BMW M4, you may see an Alfa 155, but I'm not going to call them I'm going to call them the actual proper 2022 Quick Fit British Touring car that they race in real life. But yeah, I'm waiting for, as I say, I'm waiting for a few guys to jump on track. And we don't have qualifying, so it is a practice session, so whoever gets the fastest practice time then starts on pole position for race number 1. Race number 2, however, is I think it's a 5-minute qualifying or 5-minute practice, just to determine the grid for race number 2. Both races are 13 laps, should I say. But I'm looking forward tonight. I'm hyped. I am really looking forward to seeing exactly what's going to happen for tonight and for the season. I'm just going to quickly share this stream round, so I can, unless Malk can do it for me if I send him the link, or unless he's got a spare moment. But as I say, I'm looking forward to it. Just going to read through the comments quickly. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Malk. As Panos has just joined the lobby, so no doubt Panos will jump onto the track in a moment or two. But hopefully, it should be called WSTCC. Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, the liveries are based on the 2022 Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. So we look like Panos is entered the lobby. So hopefully you can still hear me, but he is in. Just bear with me while I adjust my microphone, because just my headset. He is in the Mazda Atenza, or what have I done? Just new to streaming on GT7. But you think a person like me that's done commentary for so long will know exactly what it is, but he is in the Halfords with Cataclean Racing Honda FK8. It is normally an FK8 Type R. He is in the Dan Rowbottom / Gordon Cheddar machine. obviously I'm going to be biased here because it is my favourite livery of all time for the BTCC, being a Team Dynamics fan. If you see a bit of glitching, guys, it's not from my end, it's just the lobbies. The lobbies are a bit sketchy, should we say. I'm going to just put that out there, but he is in the Halfords with Cataclean Team Dynamics machine. Our deliveries are amazing, Malk. You know, Nick's done a fabulous job. Obviously, Nick Sargent, the founder of Eldar Sim Racing. Yeah, exactly, mate. He's done a fabulous job with these liveries. Some guys are going to probably have the same livery, but I believe Brian Moncani has gone for the Halfords with Cataclean livery, but he's put it on a BMW M4. But as I say, you know, we're not going to call it the BMW M4. Nick is in the Subaru WRX or the FK8 Rich Energy livery, which is driven by Josh Cook, Jade Edwards, and of course, wait for it, guys, Jason Plato. This is right. This is in real. The cars are real life liveries, but the cars aren't. But you know, Jason Plato, last hurrah in BTCC this season. I think he's going to do well, but as Nick goes for the Josh Cook-esque livery. But as I say, it's going to be very close. I will share this. I'm trying to share the stream around, but a lot of people. What do I expect to happen tonight? That's a good question, Malk. Anything. I'm expecting a bit of a sort of a weird domination from, of course, Panos, or maybe a guy called Ash Sharp. Maybe them two will fight out for quite a bit of interesting moments, but you know, it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But I think Nate Fletcher's just listened to my wound up that I told him. He's gone out on wet tyres and not the hards or the mediums or the softs. But yeah, I think. But then, like you say, Gareth Morris. You know, Gareth Morris, Wednesday night BTCC champion. You know, looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. He's coming back to potentially stomping ground that he knows quite well. I'm not too sure what livery he's going to be in, but we'll get to that when he jumps onto the grid or jumps into track. But it's gonna be spicing it quite a bit. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what's going to happen. The whole season, though, it's just going to be absolute galore. But you know, as I say, I will, if I can, or if anyone can help me, share delivery round, not delivery, the stream round. But I'll quickly do that while we jump in. Nate Fletch, however, just looking exactly what he's in. He's in the Jake Hill-esque BMW 3 Series. I know it's a BMW M4, but it's on the car. It's the Rokit MB Motorsport WSR livery. Absolute fantastic livery. It's another fantastic livery. Hopefully I've got the link to the stream copied. Yes, I have. Just bear with me 1 second, guys, and then we'll... But yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen as Nate Fletch has a penalty. Good thing about this, though, this season is we have a penalty system in place where if a car gets a penalty, they will literally get forced to slow down and take the penalty instead of taking it off. Well, taking the penalty is Nate Fletch wants. I think he's going to go into pit lane. I think, but he's as I say, bit of glitching. But I won't worry about the glitching. It's just the lobbies on GT Sport, on the not GT Sport, GT7. It's because we're normally on GT yeah, GT Sport, as I say. But it's going to be very feisty, I think. As Ash Sharp is in the Rip Perfect Junior. Has it improved with its spectator mode? I've not There's a few glitches there and then, but I think it looks the same. I've not got my keyboard, unfortunately, but I think it looks okay-ish. I'll have a look if I can. I could obviously do new camera modes, but as you can see here, with going on board with Nate Fletcher's BMW, but as we put the commentator's curse on him, but it's going to be very interesting to see. But as far as I'm aware, it's still the same, but the camera angles I may be able to control. I'll try and figure out when I get the keyboard hooked up. I haven't managed to get it hooked up at the moment. Commentator's curse as always, Malk. Commentator's curse, mate. We know far too much about them. But as I was saying, Ash Sharp is in the Rick Parfit Jr. Infinity Q50. It's not an Infinity Q50 though. On here, unfortunately, it is a Mazda Atenza. But for tonight and for the season, it is going to be. Thank you, Neil. I did see your comment, mate. I was just trying to share it round, but thank you, mate. But it's going to be close then. I think just looking at certain things, obviously I can't control the who's using radar, etc., or the weather radar as well. Not too sure exactly what's going to happen weather-wise, whether some tracks are going to feature rain, because obviously format for tonight, that's a good question mark. Format for tonight then is, wait for it, we have a qualifying session which people are doing now, due to the fact is there is no qualifying lobby or qualifying setting. And then we have two exciting 13 lap races. But I will tell you this now, for race number 2 there will be I think it's a 5 minutes qualifying session which will determine the grid for race number 2. So there's no reverse grid format because obviously there's no qualifying setting, which is a bit frustrating. But then we have a qualifying sort of a 5 minute blast to determine the grid for race number 2. So there's no like argy-bargy fighting about who gets reverse grid or who potentially gets pole position. But you know, as I say, some of the guys may be quick, but there's a lot of interesting. I'm going to go through exactly the calendar as well in a moment. The calendar is basically, as I got it right here. So as of tonight we are at Interlagos, as we say, Interlagos, Brazil, home of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Not too sure on the corner names, but I will try. Obviously I know the centre rest because that's the first corner, but the rest I don't know. Then we head off to Austria to go to the Red Bull Ring, which I'm not too sure the layout, whether it's the short or the GP loop, which is this time next week. Then we go to Sardegna. Not too sure on the layout of that, but that is going to be tight and twisty, I think. I think that's going to be very tight and twisty, maybe on the A or the C or the even B course. Whether it's reverse layout or not is another thing. Then we go to Trails Mountain. That is going to be an epic circuit. That is going to be one where, you know, it's new. Many people may have not raced around it, but we will see exactly what is going to happen for that. But it's going to be very interesting. Then we head off to Germany for the Nürburgring for rounds 9 and 10. So it's almost halfway through the season. And then we obviously go to Brands Hatch, which is either going to be on the Indy or the GP loop. So we'll find out exactly when we get there. Then we head off to, obviously, stateside, go back to America for Blue Moon Bay, which is going to provide in a bit close more action, because that itself is a bit technical and a bit twistier at certain points. And then round up the season at Dragon Trails, whether it's on the seaside or the gardens. So who knows? It is going to be absolutely epic. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what's going to happen. So yeah, I personally, I think with the obviously with the lobby having no qualifying session setting at the moment, I think the guys are just going to go for fastest time. Looking at Panos at the moment, is in the 140.4 at the moment, so he may be the one to watch unless Gareth Morris jumps in the lobby and puts a dent into that time. You know, it's going to be great to see exactly what's going to happen. Let's see what Moreno's in. He's in the Alfa Romeo, which is the Alpha 155, which is the old D1 or the Division 1. I think it was the D1 DTM car back in the day. But he's actually in the Team Hard, also Bright Bobby Thompson / Will Powell livery, which they race the Seat Cupra. So it's going to be very interesting to see how well they get on in that. He's obviously going to push on. It's going to be very close, as we've got Chris Clements joining in the stream. Hello mate, how are you doing? Welcome in. But Brucey Collins then, this is another favourite livery for this season. Can't pick too many favourites, I'm not allowed. But he's in the Tom Ingram / Tom Chilton Bristol Street Motors Hyundai i30 Fastback, but it's actually based on the Hyundai Genesis for this evening. But it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen for that. But Brucey Collins, I think he actually was in contention for the BMW M3s on a Monday night, I believe. But he is looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's obviously back in a Hyundai Genesis. He raced this in the Halfords Yuasa livery in WSTC back in a few seasons ago actually, and I think he won one of the races at I believe it was Autopolis. And if I remember rightly, Neil may correct me on this, but him and Neil had a ding-dong battle for the victory at Autopolis in race number 2. So, you know, Bruce is back in familiar territory, which is going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. I'm just going to quickly nip to the loo though, guys, but I will be back. So don't fear, I will be back in a moment. Do apologise about that, guys, but yeah, nature calls, obviously. But yeah, it's going to be great to see what's going to happen for tonight's BTCC. If you are new to the stream, guys, and you are watching the stream, can you please like, comment and subscribe, and also please do check out what Eldar Racing do offer. I believe Malcolm, I believe you are on about launching the Eliminator. The Eliminator that Malcolm does is a fabulous event. It is absolutely sensational. I'm going to be honest, you know, I know we've got BTCC tonight, but you know, Malk's Eliminators, if you want a bit of fun and you want to take part, Malk does a fabulous job setting up an Eliminator, and he gives everything he gets for that. You know, it's a fabulous night of racing, but obviously, you know, I'm not telling you exactly what he's planning for this Eliminator though, because I think he'll kill me. But of course, yes, that is correct, Neil. I was trying to jog my memory. Thank you for that, mate. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen for that. Gutted you're not racing tonight though, mate. Would have been nice to have you on the grid. But let's see who else is around then. So, looks like then, Moreno at the moment. I'm not saying no more, mate. I'm saying no more. I'm keeping that quiet. That's down for you to decide, not me. But looking at the times at the moment then, is Moreno with a 138.3. I'm saying no more, mate. I'm saying no more regarding the eliminator. Don't worry. I'm keeping that quiet. But it's good fun though, if you want to do that. If you want to join, then obviously head over to Eldar Sim, and when Malk announces the eliminator, go and sign up, because it is a good laugh. But that's all I'm saying. Under threat of probably being booted off the air right now. But you know, it's going to be great, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what is going to happen tonight for tonight's BTCC. As I say, it is proudly, and it has been for quite some time, sponsored by Chell Lawman Motorsport. Without Shell's sponsorship and without the likes of Malk, myself, Darren, Kim, Nick in the background of doing Eldar Sim stuff, you guys wouldn't be racing, we wouldn't be commentating, and we certainly wouldn't have Chell Lawman Motorsport doing the sponsorship. And if you're watching Chell, our thoughts go out with you for your recent health issues. I hope you get better soon, and you know, it will be great to actually give something back. You know, I'll tell you what, speaking of Chell Lawman Motorsport, I believe there is a charity race ongoing. I think it is the 29th of this month. Brucey Collins and of course Nick Sargent, who is, well, Nick's the founder of Eldar Sim, but Brucey is a well-established racer, is doing almost a half-distance sort of NASCAR style race for charity. So if you're interested in that and you are an Eldar Sim racer, or you want to join Eldar Sim and you want to take part in that, go over there, sign up, donate. I believe you have to donate £1 to get your spot on the grid, so go and do that. But it's going to be fantastic to see, and yeah, who knows what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. We'll see who else has joined the grid for tonight. You've got Darren Baldwin, aka Idol 4 Gaming. He is in the 999. I'm not too sure why he's got 999 as his race number, but he is in the Napa Racing Motorbase Ford Focus livery, driven by none other reigning champion Ash Sutton, and of course Dan Camish. But I know it's a Renault Megane, but you know, he is obviously going to be racing that, so we'll see what Darren can do. Darren's actually racing at the moment one-handed. He's actually broken his wrist and ended up having a metal plate put in a couple of weeks ago. So to race with one hand is gutsy stuff, I must admit. But let's see what he can do. He's obviously doing it automatic because it saves his hand from hurting too much, and it'll be interesting to see what he can do in that Focus. But who knows. Then you've got Rob Jola with another Jake Hill Rocket livery. He's actually in the Subaru WRX. It looks like at the moment, the way things go though, is he's actually put the Jake Hill's number and name on, but we'll know it's his car, so we can tell the difference, because I believe Dean Atkinson is another driver that is also running that livery. But it's going to get a bit confusing with these Rocket liveries, gentlemen, I must admit. But at least I can tell some apart, because they're going to probably be on different cars, or two are going to be on a BMW and one's going to be on a Subaru WRX. But who knows? Excuse me, with my voice disappearing. But Nate Fletch currently sat in pit lane then, so he is going to see what he can do. But obviously Moreno's still out there with that 138.3 at the moment. For Team Hard, he's going to be thereabouts. It's going to be quick. We'll see exactly what he's going to do. He's trying to push on. I know you're probably thinking, guys, it's glitching. I wouldn't worry about the glitching. There's nothing we can do. Unfortunately, it's just the way the lobbies are going at the moment with GT7. They've not really don't want to blast this, but they've not really sorted the lobbies out. But we'll persevere, we'll get on with it, we'll get on with the job, and we'll see exactly what's going to happen. At the moment, Rob Shoulder with a 5 second, no, it's not 0.5 penalty. Is he taking it, or is he about to taking it? Because obviously with the lines, Darren trying to tame that focus. It's getting a bit tail happy at the moment, but we'll see exactly with that 5/10 of penalty. He will be obviously now going into pit lane. Probably done the right thing to go into pit lane, but whether it still counts or not is another thing. But at the moment the weather is beating down. It is absolutely a scorcher. So I think they're going to be using the softs, mediums and hards, but throughout the race they can pick any, I believe, and I believe it is 2 races. I've not heard any different, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But got, like I said, Panos trying to power that FK8, the Halfords Clean machine. I'm too biased because I do like this livery. You know, obviously Dan Rowbottom and of course Gordon Shedden. Everyone knows I'm a Dan Rowbottom fan. Obviously people think why, but I'm not going into details why. But we'll see what happens. Darren's still out there. Not too sure exactly what's happening with him at the moment. I don't know whether he's got internet issues or whether it's just the lobby itself providing some interesting moments. Ash Sharp then, looking forward to seeing what he can do in the Rip Parfit livery. This is another favourite livery of mine. He's done a 141.863 at the moment, so that's putting 4th fastest at the moment for the sort of qualifying / practice. But we'll see what he can do for tonight. He's obviously very established. He's actually done this livery himself. He spends a lot of time doing these liveries. I'll be honest, he's made some pretty decent liveries in the past, so we'll see what he can do. Looking forward to seeing what Ash is going to do in the Rip Parfit Team Hard Infinity. I'm not seeing the Laser Tools Infinity as of yet. I don't know if anyone's actually going to be running that, but it'll be very close. I believe there's a Genesis, not the Hyundai, but the manufactured Genesis. Not so sure who's going to be running that, but it'll be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. Like I say, Nate Fletch currently out on track in the Rokit M4, but we'll call it the 330E because it's obviously hybrid. BTCC in real life, if you haven't known, this season has gone hybrid. Unfortunately there's no hybrid boost. The guys were saying, why can't we have a hybrid boost? Well, having nitrous put in would be a bit of a, I suppose it probably would be hybrid, but then I don't think on the types of cars that they are using it doesn't allow nitrous. I'm not too sure because I've never seen it, so I don't know as of yet, but we'll see how well tonight goes then. But good evening, Nick, how are you, mate? But it's going to be very great to see what's going to happen. It's getting warm, so I've had to open a window, so hopefully I won't overheat, but so far so good. I'm not complaining. As Nate Fletch loses control of the Rokit E30E. He's obviously pushed too hard there, but looking at Moreno still with that 138.3, and we'll see what's going to happen. hot and tired, laughing out loud. Yes, I know it's muggy, it's horrible, it's humid. But let's do the British Touring Cars with Eldar soon. That's what we want. That is exactly what we want, mate. You know, I've been hyped all day for this. As anyone knows that I'm a British Touring Car fan, I am hyped as no matter what. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what is going to happen. I'm just going to double check something. We'll see exactly what's going to happen though, because it's going to be close. And if you can see on stream, guys, don't panic if you see cars hopping, skipping and jumping. As I'm going to say, I'm going to repeat this for one final time. It's not to do with myself. It's just the way the lobbies are at the moment. They are completely bugged, and it's so frustrating. But I'm persevering at the moment, and I'm sure everyone else will persevere. It's not what we can do, but should be interesting. Rob Shoulder then, currently 139.9 in the Rocket BMW. We'll see exactly what he's going to do. He's thereabouts. Poor old Neil's got rain in Scotland. Oh mate, ugh. Rain. Nah, you don't want rain, mate. You want glorious sunshine. That's what you want, mate. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But obviously Neil's going to be back next week. Not too sure what livery Neil's going to be running next week, but I'm looking forward to seeing it, of course. But I didn't see that comment, what Nick put. Just give me 1 second. It flashed up with something about, just give me 1 second, I'll go out the thing a moment. Different tyres in race 2 to those in race 1. Race 1 you can use mediums, race 2 you can use softs or hards. Right, okay, that's understandable, I get that. Sorry guys, I am just trying to get my bearings again. It's been a while since we've done potentially commentating for a while, especially on GT7. It's the first time, but we'll see what the Renault can do in that Team Hard Cupra. People are probably joining the stream and thinking, no, that's an Alfa Romeo. You are right, it is an Alfa Romeo, but it's not an Alfa. It's a Cupra. Just to be very professional about it. But watching Renault at work then from a different camera angle. If you don't like this camera angle, please do let me know, and I will change it. But it is a... okay, right, okay. To use softs in race 1, then you have to pick medium and hards in race 2. Okay. I see. Right, that's something that I'm going to have to get used to then. Fair enough, thank you mate for that. I much appreciate that. It's going to baffle me for a while, but hopefully it works out better. But, we'll see exactly what's going to happen, but looks like then Panos is there. He did a 122.9 in the FK8 Civic, the Halfords with Cataclean, the Dan Rowbottom machine. But we'll see what he can do. But, it's alright mate, don't worry. Medium or hard, 3 compounds, 2 races, 2 different compounds to be used. That's okay, that's better. I nearly got myself confused, but thank you mate. So yeah, race 1, if they choose to softs in race 1, then they have to choose either the mediums or the hards for race 2. They can't basically use the softs in race 2 if they've used it for race 1. But if I remember rightly, if they use the mediums or the hards for race 1, can they then use the softs for race 2? That's what I'm trying to get my head around. That's what I need to try and think of that. But still looking at the times then, as we've got Adam Morgan coming out of the pit lane. Where is he? Funny enough, and yes guys, you're probably thinking, have we got the real Adam Morgan in the lobby? No, we haven't. Got the Welsh namesake in the car gods with Sicily. And I'm going to say something, it suits it. But yeah, it's kind of really weird that we have a guy called Adam Morgan and there's a guy in real life called Adam Morgan that races in BTCC. But no, we haven't got the actual racer, unfortunately. He's too busy racing. Cheers, Nick. I will read that in a second, mate. I'll, excuse me. But yeah, the real Adam Morgan's busy racing at Alton Park in his BMW 330e. Car gods with Sicily and Hooch liveried 330. Sadly, Neil, Elvin and Dino's missing tonight. Oh, that's a shame. I was looking forward to seeing what Dean can do. But never mind, hopefully he's back next week. Yes, he does, Nick. Yes, he does. He also runs the car gods with Sicily livery. He does, indeed. But then we can pretend the real Adam Morgan that races in British Touring Cars is actually on the grid. But I think Dino's partying somewhere. Partying somewhere. Where's our invite? But yes, fair enough. Poor old Darren's struggling at the moment. I do feel sorry for him. He's Darren's doing the steering one-handed, which is very difficult. But I believe, I know Neil's missing, but the new guy Stevie, I believe that's his name. He's missing tonight, but I will try and pronounce his surname correctly when I get round to it. But let's see what's going to happen. Brucey Collins on an outlap then in the I-30, the Bristol, I nearly said something else then, the Bristol Street Motors machine. Another fantastic livery. The only livery I wish I'd saw though is obviously Dan Lloyd's and Jack Butel's livery. That'd be another one to add to the book, but we'll see what's going to happen then. So we haven't got we've got around about 10, maybe 11 minutes till race 1 starts, so it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. I believe Brian Moncani now has turned up in the Cataclean, Halford Cataclean BMW. It is not a BMW in real life, of course. It is the Dan Rowbottom and Gordon Shedden Honda FK8, but he's decided to put it on the BMW, and I must say, it looks really good. He sent me a picture of it the other day, and he kind of knew I was going to be quite happy with that. And I think he's partying like it's 1999. Well, that's really funny, Matt, because last week, for those who know me quite well or know that I'm being a BTCC fan, 1999 was the first time I went to British Touring Cars. So, you know. So yeah, it's been 23 years since I've been a fan of the sport. So you might think, well, how do I know so much knowledge? So, it's going to be very quick then. We'll see what's going to happen. So, Moreno's still fastest in the Cooper at the moment, Team Hard Cooper. And I'm not calling it an Alpha, and I'm not calling it a Hyundai, well, unless it's a Hyundai itself, or a Subaru, by the way, or a Mazda. I'm calling it by its proper name. But you know, fair play. Nick's done a fabulous job getting these liveries. I know some of the guys have made their own versions of BTCC cars, but to see what's happening. Darren currently 5th then. I don't understand how he's done a 123.6, but then that was an outlap. But then when he goes onto the track, he's like in the 130s. It's a very weird situation, should I say. But obviously, Brucey Collins then. Let's see what Brucey can do. Currently 6th fastest in the I-30 at the moment. The Accelerates machine. The Accelerate / Trade Price Racing machine, because obviously they run a dual team, so we'll see exactly what's going to happen there. Then you've got Nate Fletch in the road kit BMW, so the right car and the right livery. Obviously it's an M4, but it's a BMW, so it's very interesting there. Then you've got Ash Sharp, like I say, in the Rick Parfitt Jr. in Infinity Q50. Then you've got, of course, Adam Morgan in the Car Gods BMW, aka Alfa Romeo. Beautiful looking livery, I must admit. All the touring car liveries are very insanely nice and look the part, I must admit. But as I say, Brucey Collins and of course Brian Mulcahy sitting out at the moment. I think he's just sorting himself out and getting himself prepared, as Moreno's got a 1 second penalty there in the Cupra, but he's still on pole position as it stands. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen there. I think poor old Darren's struggling. I think he's in a lot of pain, which isn't brilliant at the moment. I think he's thinking what he's going to do, whether he decides to push on. So we'll see what Nick can do in the Honda Civic, the Rich Energy machine, the Jason Plato, Jade Edwards, and of course Josh Cook machine. But we'll see what Nick can do. He's currently going down towards the front straight, trying to get past Moreno as best as he can to try and get some clear air. But Nick's also picked up a 1.5 second penalty for that manoeuvre. He's probably thinking, where's that come from? But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But he's pushing on at the moment. But obviously cheering on local boy Josh Cook in BTCC. So very interesting to see what he can do. Then you've got quite a few guys. I think Darren's trying to push on as best as he can, but with the amount of pain he's in at the moment, he's finding it unbearable, as Panos has somehow got that 3 second penalty for crossing the pit. To be honest with you, Malk, it's a good question, mate. I'm going to say at the moment, though, is obviously Moreno, because with that Alpha, it seems to be that... Did I say Alpha? I meant the Cupra. He's trying to push on, he's constantly on the limit. He's trying to push every bit of time. I know he's 2.3 seconds down, but he's impressed me so far. But it's quite interesting. You think the likes of Rob Scholler, of course, Panos, trying to push up as best as they can to try and see exactly what's going to happen. But you know, at the moment, I think to see what's going to happen, I think obviously with Nick, with that 41.4 at the moment, second place, to see how Nick adapts his driving style. You've seen it previously, he's thereabouts. and I think he's just obviously trying to push on as best as he can, but he's second at the moment. I think full potential. I think there is a few people that are at the moment struggling. I don't want to particularly name names, but the likes of, you know, are sharp at the moment. We think, you know, I think he would be up at the sharp end, pardon the pun, but for seeing what he's done previously in his racing, I think he's been thereabouts. But the likes of Adam Morgan, you know, and Brian Mulcahy, the ones that haven't really gone out, ventured out onto track much because they're sat into pit lane. You know, it's a bit 50-50 with that, but maybe it's because of what's going on. We'll have a bit of a debate about that, Neil, to be honest, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But you've got the likes of like Darren's struggling at the moment with his like I say, with his hand, but to be fourth fastest with one, doing it one-handed, that itself takes skill, it takes determination. But I think he's struggling, and I think he's trying to put it outright in that Napa Racing focus at the moment. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Brucey Collins, however, is surprising me. What's going to happen with that? But it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. I think Gareth Morris is going to be another one that's going to be surprising, will surprise me. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But at the moment then, Rob Scholler still up into third, so he's sort of there. But I think the likes of Brian Mulcahy, though, I think he needs to get a lap in. He's not really ventured out in the pits. You know, he's going to be towards the back. Gareth Morris, if he does join, obviously at the back. Speaking of Gareth Morris, he now enters. But I think Brian needs to push on. He needs to get that BMW up to temperature. It's not going to be ideal what's going to happen, but it's thereabouts. But we'll see what happens in race number 1, which is in 2 minutes time, or should I say a minute's time, because you know, we'll just wait for Gareth Morris, but who knows. But so the Cupra goes into pit lane then, with Nick still in second at the moment. Darren's dropped down to 5th at the moment in that focus, trying to push on as best as he can. He's then done a, what was that, a 2:02 thereabouts. He's now into 5th place, but we'll see what happens with a couple of seconds to go. But Brian Mulcahy then jumping out onto track now, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen for these guys. But you can just see the likes of Moreno there. He's burnt the fuel down to its absolute limit, and he's not topped it up, which is now going to be a bit of a argy-bargy moments. But the likes of Moreno and Nick, and of course Rob Scholler, top 3. So you got the Cupra, then you got the Honda versus the BMW, so anything can happen between them 3. I think Panos will have his Mazda. Yeah, exactly. With Darren's wrist broken, or with that plating, to get 5th place though, he's actually 4th now. To get that is impressive. Yeah, it's impressive. It is pretty decent for someone that is struggling. The cars aren't easy to drive. I know he's shortcut. We're just waiting for Gareth Morris to set a lap. Not too sure exactly what livery he's meant to be in, but he's in the Lexus RCF. So we'll see exactly what he's going to be in. We'll I'm not too sure exactly what livery that is meant to be for him, but what he's saying is he's in the works Lexus livery for tonight, but I'm sure we'll have an indication when it comes to round number 2 next week. So obviously Gareth Morrison, BTCC champion on a Wednesday, multiple Eldar Sim champion, he will be on the money. We'll see what he can do. So the Welshman, going to see exactly what's going to happen, as there was a bit of argy-bargy. There's a few cars off the side of the road, so not really much ongoing there. But we'll see exactly. Okay, so Gareth Morris is meant to have the Michael Crease and Ash Hand Fox Lastra Car Store Power Max Racing livery is what he's meant to have. Thank you, Nick. That helps me. It helps me out massively, that. But we'll see what he can do then in the Power Max Astra. I know it's not the livery tonight, but he will have that for round number 2, hopefully next week. But he's on the money at the moment. He's obviously trying to push on. He's raced quite well previously as well. For that. Thanks, mate. Thank you. I should have made myself a spotter's guide, is what I should have done. But hey ho, never mind. But I should know deliveries because I've been a fan for 23 years. But as I say, we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But let's see what Gareth's going to do then. Is he going to push on? Brian Moncani is still there in the Alfa Juasa Honda. We'll see what's going to happen. But Gareth Morris, he's also coming through the last turn, or the last 2 turns, should I say. Push on for quite some time. Where's he gonna go? And he still stays 6th at the moment. So that's going to be very interesting to see what he can do. Brian McCartney 7th in the Alfa Juasa. Halford Mikata Clean. Get a grip, Poppers, come on. But let's see what happens for race number 1. And this is where it is going to get exciting now, I think. Just looking exactly what is going to happen. Just going to get the cameras up then. So we are ready for race number 1 then. We are getting the lights on the starting gantry, or, because they're facing away from us, we have the lights in front of us. Let's get ready to roll as the lights go out now. Who gets a decent start? It looks like Rob Scholler gets a decent start up towards the centre S though. He's on that outside line though with the likes of Moreno and of course Nick Sargent there. So the BMWs versus the Cupra at the moment. They're all going nose to tail with Nick up into 3rd, but Rob Scholler with a decent start. Going towards the centre S with the likes of Panos and the FK8 chasing them down, breathing his way towards Nick with Darren's Focus, with Brucey Collins' I-30 and fastback, trying to make a move onto Darren Baldwin's Focus, but it looks like it's going to be very close with Nate Fletcher's BMW, followed by Ash Sharp's Infinity, and of course Adam Morgan's BMW with, of course, I believe Brian Moncani's dropped down a bit. Yeah, he's in 11th at the moment. He's had a bit of a nightmare in the Alfa Juasa Honda, with of course Gareth Morris's Vauxhall Astra still thereabouts. Let's see what's happening further up. It looks like now Fletcher's trying to push on to get past Brucey Collins, as Panos has got past Nick for that 3rd place at the moment. Panos is trying to push that Honda as best as he can. Nick's holding on for dear life, gets on almost onto 2 wheels with that FK8, the Rich Energy BTC Racing Honda, with Darren close behind. Darren driving one-handed with that Focus, trying to get thereabouts on to the back bumper of Nick's Honda at the moment. It's Honda 3.4 at the moment with the Halford Cataclean machine versus the Rich Energy one. It's almost nose to tail, but could be very close there into the centre S then for lap number 2 out of 13. So the Hondas are looking strong at the moment. What's happening for the race lead, but Moreno in the Cupra ahead of the BMW, then Panos in the Honda. But it looks like the likes of Nick's trying to get up to Panos, should I say, with Darren also there, but it looks like Brucey Collins is also gaining up to the Focus as Darren brakes a bit late there. He's trying to push on, but Brucey is got there into 5th place, so nice move by the Bristol Street Trade Price Racing Accelerate Motorsport Hyundai there as Nick tries to make a move on to Panos back onto the podium. He's almost there, but Hondas are battling very well at the moment, so it's almost Shedden versus Plato at the moment if it's real life racers, but Nick's trying to push on then to the Honda versus the Honda, but Brucey Collins in that I-30 literally on to nose to tail. You can just see how close it's getting, but Nick's trying to jump back onto the podium. Well, let's see what's happening further back with the likes of Ash Sharp and of course Nate Fletch with a penalty there. I believe Adam Morgan's also got one. Nate Fletch with a 5/10 penalty, as well as Adam Morgan with Gareth Morris's Vauxhall Astra, the Power Max Racing Astra, trying to push on. So Gareth Morris then from the tail of the field almost up into 8th place with Brian Moncani's Honda not doing so well at the moment. He's trying to get up to the closing pack, but he's 13.9 of a second. So we go back to Moreno at the moment for the race lead, eking out that advantage from Rob Scholler. So the Cupra versus the BMW, the Road Kits WSR machine, but Panos then is up into 3rd. Brucey Collins though with an absolute dice of a battle between the likes of Panos as well as Nick. But seems the Hondas have been split by the Hyundai at the moment. It seems that Brucey Collins then on a mission trying to get past the Hondas as best as he can. The Tom Ingram inspired livery versus the Dynamics, the Cataclean outfits with Cataclean, trying to get past the Honda as best as he can. Is he going to do it? He's on the outside. Oh, he's almost there, but you can just see exactly what's going on. I know you might think the cars are bouncing and hopping and skipping, but Brucey Collins gets that Hyundai very close out of control there, but it's getting a bit nose to tail, but almost there with Panos. Panos is actually trying to escape the Halford's car, runs a bit wide though. That's allowed the Hyundai to get alongside as it just about as Brucey Collins onto the podium, about to tick off lap number 3 out of 13. So Brucey with the Hyundai battling with the 2 Hondas there, trying to push on as best as he can. This could be an epic result for Brucey Collins as Panos tries to get past Brucey into the centre S. They're almost 3 cars wide, but just seeing what I can see on the replay of the stream, it looks like it's not too bad on the stream. But you can see Brucey Collins with, of course, Nick in the Rich Energy machine, trying to get alongside the Hyundai at the moment. He's also there, but Panos getting past Panos there for that 4th place at the moment. Is there any battles further back? I think likes of Ash Sharp in the Infinity trying to hold off Gareth Morris's Vauxhall Astra at the moment. This could be tooth and nail between the pair of them. We'll see exactly how that pans out. Darren's trying to catch up towards these guys at the Hondas, and of course the Hyundai at the moment. Let's see what's happening with Adam Morgan's BMW at the moment. He's currently 9th at the moment. Nate Fletcher's BMW 10th, and of course Brian Moncani's Honda down in 11th at the moment, but Moreno still leading that race then in, of course, the Cupra. So the Cupra may be on course for a good victory here in race number 1. But what is happening for the final spot on the podium was the Honda versus the Hyundai still going on with between Panos and of course Brucey Collins. Seems that Brucey and of course Panos, both Honda and Hyundai, trying to push on into the centre S onto lap 5 out of 13, fighting for potentially tooth and nail into the centre S, but Panos gets back onto the podium then, with of course Brucey Collins trying to be fourth fastest, fourth at the moment. Then you've got Nick and of course Darren there trying to close up to the next group of cars, the third and fourth battle rather, I beg your pardon. But it looks like they're trying to push on. Darren's trying to get that focus up close to the Honda as best as he can, but I believe there's been a change for 7th place at the moment with the likes of Gareth Morris and of course Ash Sharp at the moment, with of course Adam Morgan trying to get that BMW split in the Vauxhall, and of course the Infinity at the moment trying to stop them two from having a bit of a dice there. But Adam Morgan, he's got a 5/10 penalty, he will have to take that, but obviously it's not going to hamper him as much, I don't think, but it may hamper the likes of Gareth Morris to try and get past him. We'll see exactly how that works out. But Ash Sharp at the moment trying to defend from Adam Morgan, the BMW racer versus the Infinity. Seems the car god's car. Yeah, he's got to take that penalty, but is that gonna... Oh, it's held up Gareth Morris a bit. Yes, it has. But Gareth was actually split the likes of Ash Sharp and of course Adam Morgan, so the Astra in front of the Infinity and of course the BMW. But it's getting very close for 3rd, 4th and 5th potentially, because the Honda, the two Hondas of the Cataclean and the Rich Energy machine ganging up on Brucey Collins in the Hyundai, with the likes of Darren Baldwin's Focus ST at the moment, the Napa Racing machine, trying to push on. So Darren is thereabouts. He's going to try and get past the Hondas of Nick and of course Panos. Panos is still there, but these four at the moment holding each other up as Brucey Collins is trying to hold on for dear life in the Accelerate Motorsport I-30. But it could be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen between the likes of Brucey and of course Panos at the moment. But he's holding on for 3rd place at the moment. It's Brucey trying to get that I-30 as best as he can with the likes of Panos' Honda, but I believe there may have been a spin, or was that just a bit unfortunate? And I think Darren's gone off somewhere. He's dropped down. Is he dropped out, or is he... Yeah, he's spun round. He's got a 1.5 second penalty there. Not too sure exactly what happens, but I think driving one hand at the moment, he's having a bit of a torrid time at the moment. But we've also lost... One of the cars has gone. I'm not too sure who that would be, but Brian McCartney in 10th place. We did have 11, but the Cooper of Moreno still leading the race then out onto lap number 7 out of 13. Which still there, of course, in 2nd in the BMW, the road kit BMW, of course. Brucey Collins still there in 3rd place in the Hyundai i30 Fastback, doing a stellar job for Accelerate. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen there. I think the likes of I think between Panos and of course Nick at the moment. Yeah, exactly, Malk, exactly. That's they don't want to make mistakes in the latter half of the race, because it's still going to push on. But I think the likes of Adam Morgan and of course Gareth Morris, both the Welshmen, trying to push on. Adam Morgan in the BMW with obviously Gareth Morris in the Vauxhall Astra Power Max racing liveried car. Ash Sharp with that Infinity still with a 5/10 penalty, but I think he caught that on the last lap, with of course Darren Baldwin still there pushing on with only one hand. I'm trying to think who we've lost, because we've still got the Honda Brian Moncani down in 7th place at the moment, with Moreno heading on to lap number 8, with Brucey Collins holding on still for 3rd at the moment. He's doing a stellar job, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen for the I-30. He's still there though. He's doing a fantastic job, as I say, with the likes of Panos chasing him in the FK8, the FK8 Type R of Panos Forganis there, the Greek, trying to push on, but is he going to try and get past Brucey Collins to get that 3rd place, or is he going to try and concede? But look how quick the Honda's caught the Hyundai. He's going to try and do it thereabouts as best as he can. He's trying to push on, but Moreno so far with that fastest lap with 138.706. I think he's going to push on for even more, but looks like Brucey's trying to hold off the chasing Hondas. Nick's still there in 5th place at the moment. Adam Morgan in the BMW, the car gods with Sicily machine, pushing on, but it's nice to see Adam Morgan back on the grid, you know, after a bit of a torrid time in BTCC on the Wednesday, but he's on the grid for this evening. But it looks like Panos is trying to push that Honda back to the Hyundai. Gareth Morris though in the Vauxhall, trying to push on, with the likes of Ash Sharp still there, and of course 8th at the moment. Poor old Darren down in 9th at the moment, with the Focus, the Motorspace Napa Racing Focus ST. Brian Moncani still struggling like mad in the Honda, trying to push on, but I think it was Nate Fletch that's actually gone, so on to lap 9 out of 13, and Moreno still leads for the Cupra, Team Hard Cupra, but we'll see what's happening, because it is going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen with the likes of Brucey Collins and of course Panos trying to push on the Hyundai versus the Honda, with around 4 laps to go in this race, the opening race of the Chell Lawman British Touring Car Championship, brought to you by yeah, as I say, the Eldar Racing. Nearly lost my words there, but Brucey Collins then for the Accelerate team, trying to push on. He's going to be very close to see exactly how close it's going to get, but Nick's got close. It's almost like Dan Rowbottom and Jason Plato at Fruxton a couple of weeks ago between the two Hondas, the Halfords of Cataclean out of Team Dynamics versus the sister BTC Racing Rich Energy of Josh Cook, trying to push on, but as I say, it was Jason Plato that was putting Dan Rowbottom under considerable amount of pressure at Fruxton 2 weeks ago. But Brucey Collins then holding on for the 3rd place at the moment. He's trying to get away from the Hondas, but the Hondas are literally launching an attack. You don't want to end up in disaster as Nick tries to get alongside Panos for the bragging rights of Honda at the moment, but see what's going to happen is Nick. Where is Nick? Yeah, he's there. He'll be up into 4th then. He's got it. So he's going to have to try and now chase after Brucey Collins for 3 laps to go. This could be a bit of an interchanging battle between the Hondas and the Hyundai, with Adam Morgan. Adam Morgan's the one next to watch, because he's got that BMW dialed up as best as he can. Is he going to get onto the podium for the first time this season? But who knows exactly what's going to happen, because only a handful of laps, but the Hondas trying to gang up on the I-30. Look, who was that locking up a brake? Was that Panos or was it Nick? Looked like Nick locked up a brake there in that Hyundai. He's going to try and push on for a moment or two, but Hondas are battling very well. But Adam Morgan in the BMW as Panos makes a mistake. Oh my days, that is going to be absolutely kicking himself in that car. That Honda is almost cooked its brakes. The medium tyres also pushing on for dear life. You can just see Nick in the Honda trying to hold off the BMW at the moment. It's getting very close between the Hondas and, of course, well, the Honda and BMWs. Adam Morgan rightly namesaked as well for the driver in 5th place at the moment, driving the car that the real life Adam Morgan drives in British Touring Cars. Well, the livery, should I say. But the BMW versus the Honda then could be very close. But what's happening with the likes of Moreno, he's still leading for the Cupra. So Team Hard may get their first victory this season in the first race with Jake Hill's inspired WSR BMW livery by Rob Scholler trying to push on for 2nd place at the moment. But Brucey Collins, the Accelerate Motorsport driver, literally tooth and nail between the pair of them. We'll see exactly how that's going to pan out, because Nick's got the BTC Racing FK8 Type R alongside him though. Oh, it's getting a bit close. Brucey's there. Is he going to be out broke? No, he isn't. But Nick's on that inside line. Yes, Nick gets back into 3rd place, then overtakes Brucey Collins for that 3rd spot at the moment. So it's got to be very careful, because Adam Morgan in the BMW, rightly so, in prime position. If these two make a mistake, it's going to be pushing on quite a bit. I think there's been a change for, of course, 8th position with the likes of Darren Baldwin in 8th with Ash Sharp with that 5/10 penalty. 9th Brian McCartney, still 10th for Honda at the moment. So the team dynamics Drew having a bit of a mare this time round, but we'll see what Adam Morgan can do. He is literally next to push on as Adam Morgan goes a bit wide. That's the last thing he wants. He's going to have to try and catch up to, of course, the Hyundai. He's got a 1 second penalty, won't count because he got it just before he got to that the line to take the penalty line, but he will have to serve that 1 second penalty this time round. But onto the penultimate lap we go then. Brucey Collins chasing after Nick in the Honda. It could be very close between the Hyundai and the Honda, but you know, it is getting closer and closer yet again between the top, maybe the 3rd, 4th and 5th. But Adam Morgan, he's going to have to take that penalty in the Honda. Not the Honda, the BMW, I beg your pardon. Way ahead of myself. But Brucey Collins then, what is he going to do? Is he going to be able to catch up to the Honda of Nick, or is Nick going to push on? Just see Nick literally thereabouts. If you just joined the stream, guys, welcome in. And it is going to be a fantastic battle on to the final lap. I think the likes of Adam Morgan, though, in the BMW, is going to try and catch up to Brucey Collins. A bit of a contact between the pair of them there, but that's also delayed Adam Morgan. I think he's got a bit of an issue there. Whether he's got an issue with the BMW, or is he just saying to Brucey, right, you can have that place back because I almost tapped you off. But he's going to have to take that penalty now, is Adam Morgan. So that's going to allow Panos in the Halfords with Cataclean machine to get back past as Adam goes a bit wide again out of the last couple of turns there, as Panos literally jumps on to the back of the BMW with Adam Morgan trying to push on. He's got that 5th place with ease. But Nick doing a stellar job then. Onto the final lap we go. We forgot about this guy, Moreno, leading the race then for Team Hard in the Seat Cupra. Literally nose to tail. Well, it's not nose to tail because he is on course to take the opening race. I'll tell you what, it is going to be close as you like for that. But then you've got Rob Scholler for WSR in 2nd place. Nick almost gaining onto the back of Rob Scholler's BMW, but he's currently 3rd in the Honda. Brucey Collins 4th at the moment. He's at 4th place. He's done a stellar job at the moment. It could be very close as you like, but Adam Morgan and Panos Forganis, the Greek versus the Welshman, the Honda versus the BMW. It's getting very close. Just see how close it's getting between these two. But hopefully we'll join that. We'll try and carry on joining this battle. But we need to see Moreno crossing the line. But he's conserved that Team Hard Cupra very well. So Team Hard then going to take the first victory of the season and first victory of the evening. I'll tell you what, fair play. Is he going to make it 2 from 2? Or is he going to make it 2 poles from 2 as well? Because we do have a quick qualifying session. But Moreno flashes the lights then, takes Team Hard's first win of the season. With, of course, Rob Scholler for WSR coming home in second in the BMW. Nick fighting his way up to third in the BTCC Racing Honda. Brucey Collins, however, has got fourth for Hyundai for Accelerate. Adam Morgan, fair play, 5th place from towards the back of the grid for Sicily Motorsport, with Panos for Halfords with Cataclean in, of course, 6th place. Gareth Morris for Power Max Racing in, of course, 7th. What has happened to Darren Poor, Darren, in the Napa Racing Focus ST? He's had a bit of a nightmare. He's come home in, of course, 8th place at the moment. Vash Sharp for Team Hard for the Rip Parfit Junior inspired livery in 9th. But that is going to be a very interesting bit of a battle. And Brian Moncani for Halfords with Cataclean in the Honda in 10th place, with Nate Fletch unfortunately retired for that. And I will get the replay as best as I can, but I don't know if we can get the race results, which is a bit unfortunate, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, them Hondas and the BMW of the likes of Nick, and of course with the likes of Panos and Nick, and of course Brucey Collins in the Hyundai, that was absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen, but for race number 2, but I'm looking forward to seeing what race 2 brings. But I believe there is another qualifying session going to be happening for 5 minutes, I believe. I'm just going to quickly nip to the loo while the guys are going thereabouts, but I will be back in a moment or two. We have got race 2, I believe, at 8:42 PM, so we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So I'll be back in a minute and we'll see what's going to happen for the second race and the qualifying for race number 2. Sorry about that, guys, just had to have a couple of minutes comfort break. But yes, race number 2, qualifying for race number 2, just to get that in there, because there is obviously no qualifying and obviously no setting to change the grid for race number 2, so they're having I think it's a couple of minutes qualifying session just to determine the grid for race number 2. It's going to be great to see exactly what's going to happen. I think Darren is really suffering at the moment with his wrist, so I don't think he's going to be taking part in final race of the evening, which is fair enough. You know, he was really struggling, and you could see with the way the Ford was at the moment. I think I was having a bit of a mechanical issue as well. But let's see what's going to happen then. Let's know what you think, guys. If you are new to the stream, please do like and comment and subscribe to Eldar Racing. And if you're not racing, why aren't you? Because we would love to have you race. You don't have to be a complete genius at racing. As long as you're racing etiquette, there you go, I said it correctly this time. As long as you race clean and you enjoy your racing for a bit of fun, then please do join. But obviously head over to the Facebook page, send a request, tell them the commentator and the BTCC expert Hoppers sent you, and they will add you in. You don't have to be good at racing, you can start as a novice. But yeah, we'll see who's currently fastest then in Q2 for tonight's second race. The second 13 lap encounter. It looks like Adam Morgan in the car gods with Sicily BMW at the moment, currently in pole position. So 5th place for Adam Morgan in race 1. He's now currently pole position for race number 2. That'll be very interesting. So we'll see exactly how that's gonna go. But yeah, it's gonna be close to see Rob Scholler in the Rokit WSR Jake Hill inspired livery. Just drifting his way out of the Senna S in the second of the Rokit cars. But you got us Sharp then in the Infinity, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen for us Sharp in the Infinity, the Team Hard Rip Parfit inspired livery. But it's currently in third place with Nate Fletch in the Rokit BMW, the proper car manufacturer. In second place at the moment, Nate Fletch didn't finish race number 1 for some bizarre reason. Not too sure why, but maybe the BMW had a bit of an electrical issue, which is a bit unfortunate for Nate Fletch. But he is back for race number 2. Then you got Nick in the Honda, currently down in 6th place now as Gareth Morris in the Vauxhall Astra. Powermax Racing Astra is 3rd fastest. I'm just going to make sure I'm still heard on stream. Yes, I am, just making sure. But so Gareth Morris then on his return in 3rd place at the moment for Q2 for race number 2. Then you've got obviously Nick in 6th. Moreno, race 1 winner, 7th place at the moment. Obviously they're going to be using different compounds to what they used in race number 1. So Moreno in, of course, 7th at the moment, with Brucey Collins' Hyundai down in 8th at the moment. So the Tom Ingram machine in 8th at the moment. Panos yet to go out on track in the Halfords with Cataclean Honda. Same with Brian Moncani. So the 2 Hondas from Team Dynamics in, of course, pit lane at the moment. But we'll see what happens. Adam Morgan though in the BMW, currently in position number 1. I think Adam Morgan may have race number 2 sewn up if he carries on this momentum. Don't want to put the commentator's curse, because we don't like the putting the commentator's curse on. But Adam goes into pit lane then at the moment with us Sharp currently now leading the pack. It's not irrelevant that he's going to be first, because unless he sets a faster time, then of course Adam Morgan, then we'll see about that. But we'll see exactly how well that goes. But it's going to be great to see exactly what's going to happen. But you can just see exactly what's going to happen. I think Rob Scholler is the closest to, of course, Adam Morgan at the moment. So it is going to be 2 BMWs on the first row of the grid for race number 2. Of the Eldar Sim Chell Lawman BTCC Championship. But moment or two between them two. I think you've got the likes of Sharp somewhere around there. As I say, the timing is completely irrelevant, should I say, on that. Well, the times on the right hand side aren't too bad, but it's the positions that are a bit out of order. But Moreno though, 139.6, so the Cooper up into second then at the moment. Or maybe it could even, yeah, no, he's actually, because Nick goes to 139.5, so Nick could be up into potentially 3rd place on the grid. We'll see exactly when the grid gets announced, because we are not far away from roughly race number 2 starting very soon. So the likes of Brian Moncani and Panos, they're still yet to go out. Adam Morgan has been out, but the lap time hasn't unfortunately counted, as Rob Scholler goes into pit lane. But it's going to be very close as we like. But looking exactly with likes of Nick. Nick's got the Honda, trying to push on as best as he can. But got like some Moreno pushing that Cupra. Wants another victory and probably wants another pole position, is what he wants, so soon find out. But Gareth Morris then in the Vauxhall at the moment, trying to push on as best as he can. Brucey Collins in the Hyundai, still thereabouts. Panos goes for an out lap. He's probably got roughly 4 minutes to get a lap time in. I think Brian Moncani was taking it steady for qualifying for race 1, but we'll soon find out what the Alfred's Regatta driver can do. I believe Adam Morgan still sets the pace then, so the BMW driver still there in that pole position for race number 2, the final race of the evening. It's another 13 lap encounter. Nick currently still there in 3rd place at the moment, so it could be BMW's 1-2 and then a Honda and then a Vauxhall on row number 2, and then obviously the Hyundai, and then of course the Halford's Honda of Panos will be thereabouts. But we'll soon find out though what happens for the grid. But there's quite a few people that have not ventured out yet, or playing it safe at the moment. But as you can see, the wind speed here at Interlagos, as I whacked the microphone by mistake, there's no wind, so there's no wind chill, which seems a bit humidity. It's a bit humid, but at the moment Adam Morgan then puts BMW on pole position. I think we'll see exactly how close it's going to go. Obviously, if you cross the forgot to mention this previously, if you cross the pit lane line at the exit, you encounter a penalty because you crossed the pit exit line. So probably seen a few people do that during the time and probably think, I could chance my arm, but at the moment you've got Ash Sharp still thereabouts. Going to be pretty close to see what's going to happen for race number 2. So race number 2 is in 2 minutes time, so 13 laps. It's going to be a long haul again, but who knows what's going to happen. I think Nick's just going to be sorting out the grid now as we speak, or he's just going to see what goes on. Gareth Morris then, obviously in the Vauxhall Astra, the Power Max machine, not in its livery tonight for some bizarre reason. Brucey Collins in the Hyundai. Of course, Panos is thereabouts. Where's he gonna go though? He's on a mission up into second with a 139.2. That could ultimately put him second on the grid, but we need to figure it out. So he's thereabouts. So the Honda driver looking very strong again. As I think Brian Moncani's actually out on track. Yes, he's in the second. Halfords with Cataclean Honda, the FK8. You may think, well, it's a BMW M4. Well, it is, but we like to call them by the professional cars. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So we're a moment away then for race number 2, the second race and final race of the evening. See exactly what's going to happen, but it's going to be very close. Nick's obviously getting ready for race number 2, so we could be seeing exactly what's going to happen for the second and final race of the evening. It is the opening round of the championship here at Interlagos, so it's going to be very close to see exactly what race number 2 brings. Are we going to see a bit more action, or are we going to see another win for Team Hard? You never know. It could be a double win for them this evening. But looking at certain bits and pieces, then, as practice now has come to an abrupt end, I'm going to see if they're all on the grid. It does look like that we are all here for race number 2, as the lights are now on the starting gantry. Let's see what's going to happen then as the 5 red lights go out any moment now as we get ready. And I think there's going to be a restart because Adam Morgan has had a bit of an issue by the looks of it. Have we got a restart? Yes, we have. So it looks like Adam Morgan in the BMW, the car gods with Cataclean machine, has had a bit of an issue, which seemed to be a bit of a topsy-turvy moment then, but no idea what happened for Adam Morgan, but seemed the BMW didn't make it onto the grid in time, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. We're just waiting for every car to jump into I think it is going to be a, don't know why I'm trying to enter, because I don't race, so we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But I think we are going to get ready very shortly. Just so let's go for race number 2, and I do apologise for any weird comments, because YouTube's very weird. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. I think race number 2 is going to be good to go. I'm just going to jump back into spectate mode. So it looks like Gareth Morris will be starting on pole position. It is, as Nick said, it is going to be a random grid. We can't really sort it out, but we are going to get the 5 red lights on the starting gantry. Luckily we can see them this time, so revs are building as our mind. We're going to get ready for race number 2 as the 5 red lights are about to flick off and about to go, and let's see who gets a decent start. It looks like the BMW versus the Cupra. Straight away Adam Morgan gets a demon start into the Senna S in that car gods with Cataclean, not Cataclean, car gods with Sicily. There's too many C's in the race, but looks like Moreno's Team Hardcore versus Rob Scholl's WSR. I don't know whether he jumped the start or whether he picked up a penalty, so he's got 1 second penalty in the WSR Rocket MB Motorsport BMW with Gareth Morris's Vauxhall Astra side by side with, of course, Nate Fletch, the Rocket, the other Rocket machine. At least we've got cars that can be told apart if there needs to be. Panos in the Halfords with Cataclean Honda, currently trying to defend from Ash Sharp's Infinity there, but Ash Sharp currently down in, of course, 7th place with Brucey Collins' Hyundai versus Nick's Honda, and of course Brian Mulcahy's Halfords with Cataclean Honda. So the Hondas are thereabouts. We'll see exactly how close it's going to get, but you can just see with Brian Mulcahy pushing on for quite some time, with of course Adam Morgan's now Honda defending from the BMW of Rob Scholler, but he's got had to take that penalty, so that's going to drop him down quite a bit. So it is BMW 1, 2, 3 at the moment, because Nate Fletch, no it's not 1, 2, 3, because it is Moreno in the Team Hard machine, the Team Hard Cupra versus the car gods with Sicily. BMW at the moment first and second, Nate Fletch with the road kit BMW versus the other road kit BMW in third and fourth respectively. So the road kit boys are going to have to sort themselves out. Don't want team orders, boys. See exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them, trying to push on at the moment with the likes of Panos' Honda still there in 5th place, Ash Sharp up in 6th place then in the Infinity. The Team Hard Rip Parfit inspired livery overtook Gareth Morris for 6th place in the meantime, but Gareth Morris's Astra is on a charge there. He's trying to push on with Brucey Collins in the Hyundai, and of course 8th place at the moment with Nick's Honda, and of course 9th Brian Mulcahy now chasing after the chasing pack in the Honda, unlike race number 1. But Adam Morgan then in the car gods with Sicily car, still pushing away from the Cupra of Moreno for that race lead at the moment. But the MB Motorsport cars, 3rd and 4th respectively, it's a BMW 1, a BMW 3 and a BMW 4 at the moment. But it looks like we've got a bit of a battle between the two MB Motorsport cars. Rob Scholler gets past Nate Fletch for 3rd place at the moment. Nate Fletch has to concede, but the MB cars are thereabouts as Moreno tries to get past Adam Morgan. So the Cupra versus the BMW battle still raging on, with the BMWs behind. So BMWs looking very quick at the moment, with the likes of Panos still there in that Honda, trying to get away from the Infinity. Of course, with Ash Sharp, could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen between the likes of Gareth Morris in the Vauxhall, between Nick's Honda at the moment, with the likes of Brian Mulcahy's Honda, also the Halfords with Cataclean there. Brucey Collins in the Accelerator Hyundai with 0.5 second penalty. Can't afford that at the moment. Adam Morgan's BMW pushing on. As I said, Adam Morgan was the guy to watch in race number 1. He got that stellar 5th place in the car gods with Sicily BMW with Moreno's Cupra. Nearly called it an Alpha then. It's not the first time, but with the Cupra then chasing Adam Morgan's BMW at the moment. The BMW's still 3rd and 4th of Rob Scholler, and of course Nate Fletch at the moment trying to push on with the likes of Panos still in 5th place. Ash Sharp though, the Infinity, currently with a penalty, runs a bit wide there with Nick's Honda trying to push on. Gareth Morris though, however, literally nose to tail with the Vauxhall and Infinity, having a bit of a battle. Brian Mulcahy and of course Brucey Collins 9th and 10th at the moment. Poor old Brucey's not having a better luck this time round. Look, I hope he does really well trying to get pushed up. We're on to lap 4 out of 13 then, so we're not even at half distance yet. But Moreno and of course Adam Morgan, the BMW versus the Cupra, literally nose to tail. We'll see how well that goes between these two. As you can see, the Cupra and the BMW Rob Scholler still there, and of course their place at the moment with Nate Fletch 4th, Panos still there in the Honda, and of course 5th place at the moment with Nick under pressure in the other Honda, the BTCC Racing Honda versus the Powermax Astra of Gareth Morris, with of course Ash Sharp still in the Infinity in of course 8th place at the moment, with of course Brucey Collins and of course Brian Moncani, so the Hyundai versus the Honda. So Gordon Shedden and of course Tom Ingram having a bit of a battle, if it was in real terms, with Nick still holding on for dear life, trying to catch up. He did very well in race number 1, only to concede a couple of places, but you can see our Sharp trying to make sure that he catches up to this group. But Brucey Collins and of course Brian Moncani, the Belgian versus the Brits. So the Belgian in 10th place in there, Alfred's with Cataclean machine, trying to push up to the Accelerated Motorsport Hyundai i30 Fastback. But Adam Morgan then still leading the race then. At the moment he's trying to push on the car gods with Sicily BMW. He is literally trying to eke out that advantage from the Team Hard Cupra of Moreno at the moment. The Frenchman literally trying to push on Rob Scholler in the BMW, so it's a BMW 1-3 at the moment. It is also 4th place for Nate Fletch at the moment, but you can see Panos in the Halfords with Cataclean, the Dan Rowbottom Cataclean car, trying to get up to of course Jake Hill's BMW, but Nate Fletch is in charge of that, with of course Panos in the Halfords with Cataclean Honda, trying to literally push his way up to 4th. He's trying to get there as best as he can, but Nick in the Rich Energy BTCC Racing Honda put in under pressure from of course Gareth Morris, but Gareth Morris in the Vauxhall Astra, the Ash Hand and Michael Crease liveried Powermax Vauxhall, trying to catch up to of course Nick at the moment, with Ash Sharp's Infinity yet again with another penalty. So poor old Ash Sharp has not had the best luck, but I believe he's had a bit of an electrical issue in that Infinity at the moment, so there's only 9 cars left. On to lap number 6 we go in a moment with Brucey Collins and of course Brian Moncani, so the Hyundai versus the Honda at the moment. Let's see what's going to happen. So the two BMW versus the Cupra, so the two in the car gods with Sicily in 1st place of Adam Morgan. Then you got obviously of course Moreno in the Team Hard Cupra, trying to chase after Adam Morgan, but it looks like Rob Scholler still there in the MB Motorsport BMW at the moment, with Nate Fletcher's MB Motorsport BMW, and of course 4th place at the moment with Panos' Honda. It's Honda 5th and 6th at the moment, with Panos in the Dynamics versus Nick in the BTCC Racing Honda at the moment, with of course Gareth Morris thereabouts. So you've got Gareth Morris chasing him down in the Vauxhall versus of course seemed a bit of a contact between Nick and of course the two Hondas excuse me, the two Hondas trying to push on as best as they can, but Nick is thereabouts. Gareth Morris in 7th at the moment, Brucey Collins also there. No idea why I've appeared on there, but very weird. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen there with Brucey Collins still trying to get away. Brian Moncani, he's having a bit of a issue tonight in that Honda. And of course Moreno and Adam Morgan on to lap number 7 out of 13. They're battling for the race lead now. Trying to see exactly what's going to happen, but see what happens with Adam Morgan and of course Oh. Don't know what's happening there. Just give me a second, guys. Bit of technical difficulties. See if you can hear me. Yeah, you can. I do apologise about that, guys. Obviously I've got no sound coming through my headset at the moment. I do apologise about that, guys. So yeah, I just try to get that sorted while I can, but I've got no sound coming through the headset, which is a bit annoying. But we can see what's going to happen between the likes of Moreno and of course Adam Morgan. The battling for first and second, the car gods with Sicily car versus the obviously Cooper. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. We're on to lap 9 out of 13, so whilst trying to sort that out, I do apologise. No Fletch up into 4th with Gareth Morris, and of course Nick down into 6th with the likes of Panos down into 7th. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'll try to sort out my issues, so I do apologise for that, guys. But I've got no sound coming through my headset at the moment, which is a bit unfortunate at the moment, with the likes of Panos with that 5/10 penalty, Brucey Collins still there, and of course 8th place with of course Brian Moncani in 9th. Not too sure exactly why it says 10 drivers, maybe because it thinks my car was trying to join the lobby, but very weird. But Adam Morgan then still leading the race then in the car gods with Sicily, trying to get away as best as he can from of course Moreno's Cooper, the Team Hard Cooper. But we'll see exactly how that's going to pan out. But the likes of Moreno trying to push that Cooper as best as he can, trying to make it 2 wins from 2 tonight, with the likes of course Rob Scholler in the Rokit MB Motorsport BMW, with the likes of Nate Fletch still there. Gareth Morris has got past Nick, so Nick's still trying to catch up to Gareth Morris's Vauxhall Astra. At the moment he's trying to get there, but Panos with that penalty is taking that this time round. But on to lap 10 then very shortly, with the likes of course Adam Morgan still leading the race then, with of course Moreno's Team Hard Cooper versus the BMW of course Adam Morgan at the moment, with the likes of Nate Fletch there. Gareth Morris still under control from of course Nick at the moment. It seems these two are going to have a bit of a dice between each other for 5th and 6th respectively, but Gareth Morris seems to be pushing on. He's going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly how close they're going to get. The Honda versus the Vauxhall, it could be nose to tail. Looks like Nick's got that move done as well. It seems that Nick's up into 5th then with that Honda. Nate Fletch still there, but the battle for the race lead has kind of eats out a bit of advantage as Adam Morgan in the Car Gods with Sicily BMW at the moment, with the Moreno still there in 2nd place as well, with the likes of the BMW of Rob Scholler still there in 3rd as well, with the likes of Nate Fletch still 4th. Nick still holding on for dear life in the Honda, with of course the Astra of Gareth Morris still there, with Panos and the Hyundai. So obviously Panos and Honda versus Brucey Collins in the Hyundai, still there in 8th place at the moment, with of course Brian Moncani still in the other Honda sandwiching the Hyundai, but Brian Moncani down in of course 9th place at the moment, with the likes of Adam Morgan literally pushing on for dear life at the moment. But unfortunately I've got no sound coming through the headset, so I can't hear the engines, which is a bit unfortunate for me. But we're on to lap 11 out of 13. But you can just see Adam Morgan and of course Moreno still battling. So the BMW versus the Cupra, with obviously Rob Scholler's BMW still there, and of course 4th place at the moment, 3rd place should I say, because Nate Fletch under attack from Nick. Nick's getting into 4th. He's had a good night as Nick so far, but up into 4th then. Maybe his tyres are coming on stronger, but he clips that curb, almost takes Nate Fletch to the cleaners on the way back onto track. So both him and of course Nate Fletch with a 5/10 penalty. That could allow Gareth Morris up into 4th then in the Paramax Astra. So we can see what's going to happen with around 3 laps to go in this race, the 2nd race of the evening. I'll tell you what, it has been a very thrilling opening round of the Eldar Sim Chell Lawman BTCC Championship. It is going to be thereabouts. We'll see exactly how close it's going to get, but you can see the Honda trying to get Gareth Morris has also got a penalty, or has he? No, he hasn't. I do apologise. It was Nick and of course Nate Fletch. So the Honda of Nick and the BMW of Nate Fletch with a penalty. We'll see what's happening with the likes of Adam Morgan. 2.5 of a second now between himself and the Cupra driver of Moreno, with the likes of Nick and of course Nate Fletch. They've took their penalties, but Gareth Morris, he's on a massive charge. He's up into 4th then. So the Astra up into 4th place with Nate Fletch's BMW. And of course 5th place at the moment with the likes of Nick, and of course Brucey Collins is also another protagonist, with the likes of the Halfords with Cataclean Hondas of Panos and of course Brian Moncani at the moment battling for 8th and 9th, but thereabouts. But onto the penultimate lap then with Brucey Collins. He's on a mission, is Brucey. We'll see exactly what's going to happen with the likes of Nate Fletch. Is he going to get able to get past Nate Fletch's BMW? Yes, he has. He's managed to do that, but he's now going to have to try and tick off these guys. He's actually had a good race evening, but Adam Morgan then in the BMW still pushing on for a race win. He actually has dominated quite well thereabouts, but it's looking like that it could be a very interesting night for Adam Morgan, and more importantly Moreno could easily have 2nd place for Team Hard in the Cupra, but with of course Rob Scholler for WSR of course in 3rd at the moment. Gareth Morris still holding on for dear life for that 4th place. He's got Nick Sargent in the Honda, the BTC Racing Honda that is, trying to take 4th place away from him, which he does at the moment, as Nick precisely positions that Honda into some great battling positions. But it looks like Brucey Collins though. Brucey Collins in the Hyundai Genesis, not the Hyundai Genesis, the Hyundai i30, the Accelerate machine, literally nose to tail at the moment with Nick Sargent. Nick's trying to hold on for dear life in that Honda, but these two had a bit of a battle of course in race number 1, but Brucey Collins up into 4th then. He's done a stellar job to get into the top 4 yet again, with the likes of Panos still there, and of course 7th place at the moment with Nate Fletch now dropped down into 8th at the moment. So Panos in the Honda 7th at the moment, with Nate Fletcher of course in 8th place at the moment in the MB Motorsport BMW, with Brian Moncani in the Honda, and of course 9th place at the moment. Well, Adam Morgan, then look at him, on course to take a BMW win tonight. He has been thereabouts, he's not put a foot wrong. Thereabouts, he's on to the final lap, he's powering his way with the likes of Moreno in the Cooper, you know, race 1 winner, 2nd place. Good points haul for Moreno tonight, with Rob Scholler third at the moment. Brucey Collins with that 5-10 penalty. Oh no, that's the last thing he wants with Nick. Oh, Nick's got 1 second, so Brucey Collins may escape, but Nick's got a 1 second penalty. Not Brian Moncani. Gareth Morris, however, in the Paramax Astra, literally there, but Adam Morgan takes the race win. I do apologise, trying to catch up with the battles, but Moreno takes 2nd for Team Hard. So Team Hard have had a good points haul tonight as well, with MB Motorsport now 3rd. Gareth Morris takes 4th from Brucey Collins as well. Oh, so the Vauxhall Astra Power Max of Gareth Morris takes 4th, Brucey Collins takes 5th, Panos in 6th, Nick in 7th, Nate Fletch in, of course, 8th at the moment, Brian McCartney for Team Dynamics in, of course, 9th at the moment. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a bit unreal going into next week's meeting, or should I say next week's race, where we head to the Red Bull Ring. That is going to be absolutely unreal. And I'll tell you what, it is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. I do apologise for any inconvenience. I was trying to get my headset to work, but obviously I've got no sound. So Adam Morgan then takes the race win for Sicily versus the Cooper of Moreno. Then you've got of course Rob Scholler for MB Motorsport in 3rd, Gareth Morris 4th, with Brucey Collins in 5th, followed by Panos for Team Dynamics in, of course, 6th. And I'll tell you what, Nick for BTC Racing, the Halfords, not the Halfords, we got a clean. Of course, BTC Racing, and then of course Nate Fletch for MB Motorsport, and of course Brian Moncani in the other race as well. So that's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen for the other race. It is going to be thereabouts, but who knows exactly how it's going to pan out for then. But I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I don't know whether we are going to be able to get the replay. I don't know, because I did have a bit of sound then, but can't get the replay for some bizarre reason. So I'm going to stop the stream now, guys, but thank you for tuning in, guys. I will see you guys this time next week when we head to the Red Bull Ring for round 3 and 4 of the championship of the Eldar BTCC. I can't wait to see what happens. Until then, guys, I've been Hoppers for Eldar Racing. Take care. Ta-ra.